Very good. Hands under the shoulders. Push yourself back into an extended child pose. Knees nice and wide. So you want to get into the inner thighs. You want to get sitting bones nice and wide, stretching across the pelvic floor. Fingertips on your mat. Wrists off your mat. Shoulders sliding away from your ears. And then stretch that spine. Take a couple of conscious breaths into the lower lobes of the back of your lungs. So you're trying to fill your lungs to maximum capacity. You might find you do a little ripple effect through the body as you breathe. Good. Coming up onto all fours, nice wide hands. Knees a little bit closer together. Tuck your toes, drop back. So as we come forward, we're pumping the breath out and we are lifting pelvic floor, lower belly scooping up, pausing with shoulders just over fingers. So quite a lot of weight in the wrists and then dropping back again. Release your belly. Breathing out, pausing as you come forward and then coming back. Now, if you've been doing this for a while, keep going to come into a plank and then back. So we breathe out consciously. We make sure pelvic floor and deep core muscles are switched on. And then we come up into that extra weight bearing, dropping down and softening as we come back. So if you're still working on the deep core coordination, pause here, please. It's still fabulous on your arms as well as the deep core muscles. Good. And one more. Okay, just pause for a moment. Elbows wide, hands together. Drop your chest down as if you're praying. Massage the hands around just to loosen the wrists. And then we're going to come back and do the same thing, but come into side plank. So these are your options. If you're happy with weight through wrists and your shoulders are happy, we start here, we breathe out, scooping low belly, we come into a full plank, one hand into the middle of the mat, and then we shuffle over to the side. So the little toe edge of your bottom foot is pressing into the mat. You can take the top foot and put it on top like that, just to stabilize. It's all about the obliques here, and then also these abductor muscles here. So if this feels good for you and you're breathing out and you are activating your oblique muscles, you're breathing to pick them up towards the ceiling, and this feels like you can balance, then challenge your balance by putting your other foot on top. If this feels easy, Sarah, hand on top like that, that's it. And then see if you can bring knee and elbow together. Good. Okay, so that's that version. If that does not feel good on your wrists yet, instead, take your forearm across the mat, elbow still on top of, underneath shoulder, and then bring your knee onto the ground. Same thing, we're activating here. So you might be breathing here, you might be extending, you might be breathing here. But please do a version that feels like it's just on the edge of being a little bit difficult, yeah? But you don't want to be shaking, shaking, shaking. If you're shaking, 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 come down. So when you've done a good 5 breaths out on that side, come back for a moment, give yourself a little release, and then do the other side, starting again from here. So you're either breathing out and sliding onto the side, elbow directly underneath shoulder, picking up your obliques here. This is the sideways, great for toning sideways. No pressure through the pelvic floor, so it's fabulous. And maybe exhaling, elbow knee together. If you're doing the full version, hand in the center. Make sure you don't lock your elbow. So slight micro bend on the elbow. This is really what you want to suck the whole arm up into the shoulder girdle here. And then maybe challenging the balance. And when you're ready, when you've had enough of that, come down and again, just release the wrists, let the shoulder girdle drop down towards the ground. Massage the wrists, one direction and then the other. And then stacking forehead on top of fists, shoulders nice and relaxed. And just take a couple of breaths where you're releasing the whole pelvic area. We've been squeezing in, we've been consolidating inwards. Let it all spread. Belly is spread in, shoulders are nice and released here. Sighing the breath out.